Good evening, esteemed professors, distinguished guests, and honored participants. It is with great pleasure and pride that I welcome you all to the 14th online interactive session organized by Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, an institution committed to academic excellence and leadership development. At DSPSR, we believe in creating opportunities that bridge the gap between academic learning and real world corporate insights. Today session leadership development is a testament to that mission. We are confident that this session will empower each one of us and with valuable insights and practical strategies to grow as professional and leaders. I, Ankita, Assistant Professor, College DSPSR. We are delighted to have CS Ms. Priyanka Aggarwal as session speaker and Dr. Kumar Manasvi as moderator of the session, joining us today to share their insights and experiences. We welcome you, Madam and Sir. Before moving forward, we shall proceed with lighting of virtual lamp, a tradition that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and awaking of knowledge. May the light of learning continue to guide us on our path to grow and leadership. I request Miss Ishita to play the video of lightning lamp. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now, we are honored to welcome CS Miss Priyanka Aggarwal. She is qualified company secretary, having successfully completed her professional certification from the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. She holds a BCom honors degree from Ramjas College and a master degree gained from prestigious Delhi School of Economics. She has gained corporate exposure through her role as an audit assistant in Deloitte US India, Deloitte USI, one of the leading global firm providing audit, consulting, and tax and advisory services. Additionally, she acquired legal and corporate governance experiences during her internship at Singhania and Partnership LLP, a reputed full service law firm based in New Delhi. Her academic and research excellence is reflected in multiple accolades, including Best Paper awards at prestigious international conferences such as SEEDS 2024 in Dubai, the 17th International Conference in Public Policy and Management in IIM Bangalore in 2022, and the Qatar University ESI Conference. She has also presented her research in the Extreme IIM Bangalore, IIM Ahmedabad, and IIM Kolkata, showcasing with exceptional qualities and international acclaim of scholarly contribution. She has authored several publications in top tier ABDC and Scopus indexed journals with a strong focus on ESG, environmental, social, and governance, corporate finance, industry 4.0, and sustainability. She is currently a doctoral scholar in finance at Delhi Technological University. Ma'am, we are honored by your presence and we're looking forward to gain from your vast experience and knowledge, inspiring journey and visionary insight. We welcome you, ma'am. Now,
Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Kumar Manaswamy. Is a passionate research and academic working at intersection of sustainable finance, innovation, and artificial intelligence. He hold a PhD in sustainable finance from the Delhi School of Management (DTU), where his doctoral research focused on ESG, environmental, social governance, integration, and its influences on investment performance. His academic roots from the Delhi School of Economics further reinforce his analytical and data driven approach to addressing complex challenges in finance and sustainability. As an educator, he had mentored many students and actively contributes to future finance professional equipped with sustainable mindset. Dr. Manasvi research has received international acclaim, including the Terre Payne Award from the University of Nottingham. He has presented at prestigious platforms such as University of Qatar, and his work has earned Best Paper Award at multiple global conferences, underscoring its academic and practical significance. Beyond his academic pursuits, Mr. Manasvi advocate for a positive mental attitude of personal and professional life. His optimistic outlook fuels his commitment to research that drive meaningful changes in the financial world. Sir, your valuable presence, add great strength to today's event and to all our participants joining us for different places, eager to learn and grow from you. We welcome you, sir. I again extend a warm welcome to esteemed speakers and respected faculty members, and most importantly, all our participants. Your presence here reflect that your commitment to learning and personal growth. Now, I would hand over this session to Dr. Kumar Manasvi. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for such a kind introduction, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I like to thank the entire DSPSR team for their consistent efforts in making such sessions enriching and seamless. And I'd like to start by expressing my sincere gratitude to Professor A.K. Singh, sir, who has not only made this session possible but also played a pivotal role in shaping a vibrant and intellectually stimulating environment, both at DSPSR as well as my alma mater, Delhi School of Economics. Sir, your dedication to academic and practical excellence is something we all look up to. Today, we are joined by CS Priyanka Aggarwal, who has worn many hats from corporate professional to researcher and now a mentor to many. Ms. Priyanka Aggarwal, we are excited to hear about you. How are you?
I'm good. So first of all, thank you for your kind introduction. So good evening, everyone. Shall I
Good evening,
start?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. First of all, tell me whether you are at the university or at your home.
Right now at my home, just came back half an hour back.
Okay, ma'am, because I think the university have a duration that you have to be there 7 hours
Yeah,
allocated towards teaching and research. So it would be
yes.
must have been very hard for you to manage time, both time at your house as well as at the institution as well.
Yeah, but in life, we need to balance everything. So yeah, it's
Yes,
manageable.
ma'am, I also advocate for positive mind management as well. Okay, ma'am, before delving into the such deep technical questions, in your overall corporate journey or your research journey, tell us about any, if you can, any unforgettable movement that you still cherish till now.
Okay. Okay. So this is during my PhD, I remember one of and you were also present at that conference, Qatar
Yes,
University.
ma'am.
So as a part of the conference, we went for like a desert safari and there I went for the eagle sitting kept at my hand, and then at the jet ski, I was so excited that literally the coach told me, ma'am, please slow down your speed, otherwise you will be entering Dubai without visa and it will be very risky. Yeah, I'm going. So this thing is imperative that once you get into something and very excited,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you just things happen. So just the life learning that I got, that sometimes let life to give you surprises. Not everything is planned, because I'm bit anxious about these activities, but when I did it, It was good
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fun.
Thanks for that, ma'am. So now that we have warmed up, let's get into your story, ma'am. Can you please walk us through your journey that how from being a student to working in the corporate world, and then how you finally transitioned into the research?
Okay, so before we start, first of all, I would, it is truly an honor and a moment of immense joy for me to be present here. And first and foremost, I would like to thank Professor A.K. Singh, sir. Sir, your vision, your academic leadership, and your unwavering support for nurturing young minds has always created our legacy. So I am also alma mater of DSC. So, sir, really thank you for providing such a platform. And I would also like to thank the entire DSPSR team for providing me an opportunity. And we are here to learn, to grow, and to share everything. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so let me take you through my journey. So I started with my BCom honors from Ramjas College, which laid the foundation for first step when I entered into the academia, and then also learned like how the practical life is, like gaining experience through some internship. Then I entered Delhi School of Economics, and with along with that, I was pursuing my company secretaryship course. So at DSC, first of all, I realized I first time in my life I understood like how the practical life is, because there I get a chance to do the internship with Singhanias and Partners. So at Singhanias and Partners, so my
Ma'am, were you
profile
doing
was displayed.
simultaneously preparing for company secretary and your MCOM? Were you doing that simultaneously?
Yeah, I was preparing from my graduation times, and in my MCOM for 2 months we have a summer break. So I did one internship at Singhanias, and
Okay.
there
And
then
you cleared your
whole
company
CS.
secretary this professional certification during that tenure only, ma'am.
Yeah, I cleared everything like in first
Okay,
attempt
okay.
also, like so.
That's great, ma'am. That's great.
So
Yeah, yes. Continue, ma'am.
yeah. So after that, from like I got the college placement and I entered Deloitte. So when I entered Deloitte, so everything was new, exciting, and thrilling. So Deloitte has been one of the very has played a very important role in my life, because there I learned like how the corporate world looks like. I get more professionalism. We need to think about everything in a structured manner, meeting deadlines. Everything seemed different, because till that we were just in the college life. So when you enter corporate, many times anxiety also takes over. So it teaches you how you need to balance your work life, because I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
know if you have heard, most of the big firms, they have like quite an hectic schedule, and so we need to cope up with that. But yes, they teach you discipline, professionalism. And then after the Deloitte somehow between the spreadsheets and clients calls, I realized something was missing. And then finally I entered research, and then currently I'm just on the final stages of my PhD at Delhi Technological University. So it's a brief
That's
journey.
great, ma'am. That's a great, ma'am. Ma'am, if I talk about your journey in the corporate world, you joined Deloitte after completing MCOM. So,
Yes.
what was the turning point basically that made you shift from fast-paced corporate world to a more reflective world of research? What exactly inspired that decision?
Okay. So one thing is when life is not just a like straight path. So when I entered Deloitte, I was also I will be doing CPA and everything. But I realized my passion is something else. I don't feel happy from within just working. So it depends upon person to person. But my inner calling was that I want to go deeper into research and sustainability. Some events Deloitte generally take makes, and we need to go for the training students and all. And even before that,
Okay,
I was in the teaching first. past 2 years, and along with my studies, I was helping students prepare UGC NET. So
Okay.
there, then I realized, and Deloitte, in everything they say, be the impact that matters. Now I was feeling like I'm not feeling that I'm making an impact, because Deloitte always in everything table, everything bottle, it was be the impact, be the impact. And then I think I'm not making the impact. So it was my inner calling, and then I shifted to Delhi
That's
Technological
so good to hear
University.
that you listen to your inner calling. And ma'am, during your journey, now coming back to the corporate world, can you shed light on what's it's really like today, especially for freshers that are stepping into the corporate world? What should they expect when they are entering big companies or small companies for that matter in the corporate world? What's the environment?
Okay. So one thing, corporate world is ever evolving, and the change is the only thing that is constant. So I
Okay,
believe everyone must have heard about the term VUCA. That corporate world, quite volatile, uncertainty is
hmm,
there. But right now, what has happened? I hope, like, if some people who are planning to go to corporate, they have understood that now the corporate world has changed to BANI. That is your brittle. It is not just like VUCA, volatile, so brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible. So what's the change here? What I want to guide the students, like in my PhD, I am also with the contact with the students every time, and even for my studies, I actually got contacted some sustainability experts from top 50 nifty companies. So what I
okay,
realized, the environment today is very, very like incomprehensible, I would say. Earlier it was the environment is volatile, but still you can make a backup plan. But right now you must be listening about the geopolitical crisis, the COVID-19, and
yes,
all
ma'am.
these trade wars going on. So one cannot say that a small change can bring about a catastrophic reaction. So our generation needs to be prepared to be like anticipating something and be prepared for any change, even that can have a very big impact. And
Ma'am, but you are
so
saying that to be prepared for change, that's a big say to ask. And usually, students, we also hear from the news, they struggle to cope up with the ever-changing landscape. So, how can, as you said, that the corporate world is ever changing. So,
yeah.
how can students keep up with this ever-changing environment? Do they require any skills in particular, or is it a mental thing that you have to have a positive mental attitude? What is your insight in those regards?
Okay. So one thing is the soft skills. So how much
Okay,
adaptable you are, that will lead to you to the more bigger places. But since if you are like, now I am very reluctant, I won't be changing. So many companies, even like Nokia, Kodak, if I would say, they failed. So you need to be more adaptable, and for that students should also be very much technologically sound, because this
okay.
in tech driven environment, you should know how to use AI, chat GPT. So it's not just the bookish knowledge and the marks that matter, it's more than that. And plus I would like to tell you, recently I attended one conference at Dubai, Middlesex University. So they have a
Yes, ma'am.
special session on the role of AI in today's life, and the it's more productive, not destructive. Like some people are cribbing,
Okay.
it's taking jobs and all. But yes, it is also helpful. It can make your work more efficient if you are doing it right. So
So you're
that
suggesting
is,
that it is more helpful than being a disruptive technology, that artificial
yeah,
intelligence. Okay.
yeah, some extent I would say. And many people will, I will believe it. And even you are also a researcher, so how much time
Yeah,
you were spending to write applications, and the so it has reduced time, and it is very good.
yeah, man.
You use it
Even in our
right.
day-to-day lives also, if we are doing some research or contacting various asset managers from the corporate world, AI does,
Yeah,
I think, according to me, also helps in, if not collecting the data, but interpreting the data. It can help
yeah, it's
us in
very
interpreting the data, analyzing the data. So I think young students should be made aware about how AI is going to take place in the corporate world and how they can make themselves efficient in the domain of AI. Okay, ma'am.
yeah.
While entering this dynamic space, many students do often rush to do various professional courses. You have cleared your professional course company secretary. So, do you think such courses help a student, or they are just checkbox items for your resume?
No, actually, they help students. So one thing
Yeah, okay.
that professional courses teaches you, which I believe is to stay committed, which is a very, very
Okay.
big issue. Commitment, we
Yes,
take
ma'am.
it any time in relationship, everyone is facing. So when
Yes.
you get into such a course where the passing percentages are like 6%, 7%, you take
Mhm.
many attempts also. Like all of us have some people pursuing CA, CS, CW, or any professional courses,
Yes, ma'am.
even CFA. So what is problem? Sometimes people don't able to clear it in first attempt, and then
Okay.
some students. So it teaches you patience, stay committed, and obviously it inculcates within you critical thinking, because here the questions are not like our traditional courses. Here the more analytical skills are tested. And one more
Okay.
thing, you get a professional affiliation and like a CS attached or a CA attached. So like it makes you happy also, and lifetime you are associated with some organization. So I feel it's very much relevant and helps you get more better understanding of the subjects.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ma'am, that's we talked about certifications. But beyond certifications, of course, there are always things that aren't taught formally. So, according to you, is there any skill that is often underrated? Because as you may be also knowing that at DTU, children are taught business communication and presentation skills. That is the one domain that students who are entering the corporate world should be well versed with. So, according to you, is there any underrated skill that is incredibly useful in day-to-day corporate life?
Okay. So one skill I would say is active listening, because all of us just
Active
want to
listening.
active listening. And yes,
Okay, okay.
obviously another is communication. That is the one thing that is required. And if you are like that's from the beginning, if you are very good, you have the entire knowledge. If you go for an interview,
Mhm.
if you are not able to express yourself, then it doesn't matter anything. Many people fail because some people are very much hesitant to talk to people, like they're very introvert, they say. And active listening is also why I'm saying, because whenever you are like given anything, even for example a feedback, people say like manager is his habit to keep on saying, they don't
Okay.
listen. There is a difference, like you're just hearing the things, you're like understanding. So active listening. And another is communication, which many
Mhm.
say I have got this CGPA now, or no, it cannot happen. I have recently, my brother is doing MBA, so
Okay.
his friend scored 99 point something, but he was not even able to crack even one interview. So like he took an MBA. Are you understand what I'm telling to say?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
not good at communication, then you won't be
Okay, so
surviving
you
that.
are saying only knowledge doesn't matter, but to be able to
Yeah,
communicate those knowledge to someone, that is the real skill.
yeah.
Okay.
Storytelling. You need to have that art of storytelling.
Okay, regarding this communication, ma'am, I've also, when I interviewed various asset managers during my research as well, so they also suggested that during the recruitment process, they know that student possesses the required knowledge, but they
Yeah.
don't have the basic communication skills that is required to communicate that knowledge over to the party standing in front of you. I think this that you suggested active listening as well as business communications are some of the very important soft skills that every student should possess if they want to succeed in the corporate life.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's good, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, that is very insightful. Now, if we come on to the technical side, according to you, what are the various tools we can say or the technical knowledge that students should develop before entering or if he or she has entered within the company in the corporate world, suppose like softwares like Python, Power BI, anything something like that?
Okay. So here also I would be like changing the question. One of the very underrated tool that we all say hame to aata hai, that is Excel. Excel.
Okay.
Excel and PowerPoint presentation. If anyone can excel in both of these, they can be very, very comfortable adjusting to a new environment. I like even 90% of the students after doing their graduation, post graduation, they can't even enter a simple NPV formula or a simple calculations like VLOOKUP. Why? Because people like Excel is not about just typing and adding. It is much more to it. Can make your task easier. And even
Okay.
if you are into any work that is tech driven or any other role, Excel and PowerPoint, these two will be required. I agree with you, like Python, Tableau, Power, all these things are important, but
Mm-hmm.
that depends on what kind of a job or profile you're entering. But if you don't, Excel is very underrated. Like Excel can do wonders. I believe it is. If one go to deeper understanding, it has many things which most of us ignore, and we will be introspecting us. I think everyone will agree. We don't know how to use Excel and PowerPoint to that extent that it can make our work easier. And colleges
Yes,
also
ma'am. There are students
manual.
who just learn the basic Excel, and if they are asked whether they can work on Excel or not, they say they can work the basic, they can employ the basic functions. But to learn Excel in itself is a very huge and in-depth software, and to learn that is in itself is a very big thing.
Yeah,
So I
some
think
people
you're right.
we know Python, R, and big names, and they even
Yes,
don't know
yes.
Excel. And now
Okay.
in this LinkedIn course, there are so many courses available. Students can work on it, and they can get the certifications also and learning. It will be helping them to better adapt to the
Themselves.
yeah.
So your suggestion would be that students that are entering the corporate world, they need to keep on working themselves, honing both their soft skills
Yeah.
as well as the skills that are required. Okay, okay. So, ma'am, balancing that with communication, extending upon that soft skills, we hear a lot about soft skills. But do you think these soft skills are really for someone just starting out as a fresher, or they can be learned over the period of time when they've entered the corporate world?
Okay. So I think it's obviously a continuous learning process, but before entering into corporates, a student should be going for some of the training. So what he can, how he can develop soft skills, that is also one area. So for
Yes, ma'am.
example,
Okay.
they can attend conferences, workshops, or some what they can communicate among themselves, and then try to know if they are have a public fear of speaking, they can participate in debates and all. So
Yeah.
skills
This is
can
one of the
not
major
everyone
issues that is being highlighted by the students that they have a fear of public
yes.
speaking, that they have doubts. All the time sometimes they doubt themselves whenever they
Yeah.
are speaking in the public. So how can they work on that?
So I'm
Both speaking, listening, and writing as well.
okay. So, in all the when the companies come for the placements, one round is your group
Yes, ma'am.
discussion. So, how they can they as a in the classrooms also right now the approach of the teachers have been changed.
Mhm.
So in our university also, even at DSC, So they are using case study approach as well as real life examples. So they can learn through internships, through mocks they can, like group discussions and all. Then reading newspapers and all, that can also help it a
Mhm.
lot. And then they need to read the proper editorial sections. And then yeah, they can also look for some shows also, like for example Shark Tank India, which can give them some idea also, growth also. So it's about what is in our environment from where
Are
they
you
can learn.
also
You know,
suggesting, ma'am, they can watch movies as well in other languages?
yeah, yeah, they can.
Yeah. Actually,
It's
they
not
can
that
ultimately help.
yeah, it's not always that you need to just read the novels only. Like everyone cannot read. So whatever excites you, do, because your communication also improves when you watch movies and all. Everything has a part. It's not
Yes.
just the theoretical and academics. You need to always it
Okay.
can become boring at one point.
Yes, and that is also one of the challenges that we often hear, and one of the reasons why many freshers or even the young professionals, they often migrate from company to company. So,
Yeah.
what do you think can be the reason for migrating? Is it the corporate work culture or the compensation and the benefits? According to you, what can be the reason behind it? And what the young professionals entering in the corporate world can do in regards to this?
So here, what is the reason? One reason is that one reason can be one reason can be that the pay matters. Then they're providing you
Yes,
with more
pays.
growth opportunities.
Mhm.
And another reason can be students are not able to cope up with the pressure, and they are entering into such job profiles which they are not want to, and so that's why also they are migrating. So there are so many reasons. One cannot say that
Okay.
like it's pay only or the
Interest is
culture.
also a big factor because what
Yeah,
where their interest lies in which department within a company, and they are being not given the the profile or the program that is being assigned to them. So
yes.
it can be the reason.
Yeah, it can be the very big reason. What happens when companies come for internships also? If Marico is giving you 2 lakh per month and you want to be in consulting, then you take another profile. Then you are a marketing person just for the pay. Sometimes you enter, but
Yes.
when you enter, you don't want to work in that. And that is the reason why people are so much worried. And interest is one thing. So I hope everyone has watched Three
Okay.
Idiots, and so there also he
Yeah,
say if
yeah.
Sachin Tendulkar he wants to go for singing or Lata Mangeshkar fast. So it's what I'm trying to say. Even Raju Sogi, everyone has their own interest. You cannot force anything. And so if we
Okay.
go to academics, the Maslow theory
Okay.
will come. All of us into captured into the hierarchy and not
Mm.
even to achieve our self actualization.
Okay.
I advise them
So,
to even
okay, ma'am, extending to that, can you shed light on how was the working environment at Deloitte? How were your colleagues interacting them? What kind of workload was there? What you did at Deloitte?
okay. So first of all, Deloitte was amazing. So when I entered there for 1 month, they provide us training at Crown Plaza, Taj, Leela, and so it was so we were so happy from morning till, and so many fun activities to connect with the team.
Okay.
And honestly, my team was also very good. And we had so many activities, so many team lunches. And in starting, I believe in most of the companies, for 1 month or 15 days you are provided with some kind of courses or something. So in Deloitte, what happens, there are some courses that you need to clear before you actually start working with the clients.
Okay.
But one thing is, was there in Deloitte, there is some busy seasons, and that was very hectic. But
Okay.
besides that, Deloitte is an amazing company because yes, it provides so many perks, employee of the month, like motivates you. And even social activities it promote. We every month we need to
Okay.
go for one activity, like planting a tree, teaching students. So yeah, it
Oh,
was
that's so
amazing.
great, ma'am. So in regards to work culture, how was the overall
Yeah.
work culture? It was the overall team that was working with you, as you suggested that you went out for activities, and that must have inculcated a sense of team building. So, what was your key takeaway that you learned with your duration at the Deloitte?
One always needs to be more be habitual to working with teams. And one thing what we see in beginning, we are more task oriented and we doesn't focus on
Okay.
networking. But honestly, I tell you, networks that you will see. For an example, in my PhD, I also conducted interviews of sustainable executives. So I met
Ma'am, your internet is lagging a little bit.
but I cannot reach a sustainability expert of Bharti. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible, but your camera is a little bit
Am I
frozen.
audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Is it fine?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yes, I'm
Okay, I
continuing.
think sorry. So I was telling that I was networking that we create there with people lifelong. So for example, right now very easily. So what helped me the networks that I created, some of my friends have shifted. One of my helped me getting the approaching them. And so what I'm saying is task oriented. You need to be more relationship or networking oriented. You need to focus on networking also. Just
Okay.
SNE that just working. Build
Ma'am, internet is lagging
okay.
from your side, I think. Am I audible, ma'am?
You are audible.
Okay. So, ma'am, if we have to bring this together, technical skills, you mentioned active listening, soft skills. So, all in all, what do companies are actually looking for in freshers? Is it all about marks or something like potential or something related to adaptability? What are exactly they looking for and how they assess that skill that they're looking for? Because as we have heard from various researchers as well as companies, recruiters as well, that they have learned everything, but they don't have the required skill. So, what skill are they talking about?
Okay. So one skill I would say is curiosity. Your
Okay.
ability to
You can turn off the camera, ma'am, if
your ability to
it is
learn.
freezing a
Your
lot.
whether you are quite skeptical. So I have is a also freezing. I don't network issue, but it's doing fine. Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am, you can continue.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, one thing is curiosity, and one thing is adaptability. So they are not just looking for numbers always, they are looking for people who are willing to adapt. And obviously the third thing is the skill set. That is how technical skills or whatever they want, you must have that requirement. Plus yes, they want a person who is very curious. So you are like, okay, you will not be contributing, you be more curious. And obviously clarity in the sense which I always highlighted that yes, so curiosity, all these things are the for. Along with your skill set, you need to be more curious, adaptable, and saying and because they so it's not always
Ma'am,
that
it's lagging
one
a
can fake
little
it
bit. You,
till he make it.
your voice is lagging and
Can I?
your camera has been frozen. Am I audible, ma'am?
Connected hotspot if it's working or just give. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
you
ma'am,
are.
you are
It's good.
audible.
Yeah, really sorry if there was some connection issue. Yeah.
No
It's
problem.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So we were actually talking about what the companies are actually looking for in freshers, and how do they uh, assess what kind of skill the particular candidate has, and they decide whether to select a particular candidate.
Okay, so we were discussing about that, and I highlighted that one should be curious. One thing you need to be
Okay.
like asking questions, more skeptical why the things are going like this, and then clarity should be there. You need to be able to express yourself. Another
Mhm.
thing is adaptability. The third very
Okay.
important thing because adaptable one must be, and just lastly, the skills obviously they are looking for that we cannot say they are not.
So you are saying that yes, your marks matters, your
Yeah,
the
this obviously
skill, yes, but along with that, soft skills are also one of the key points
key points. Yeah.
that students who are watching should look out for. And mainly, according to me, also it should be how do you communicate your ideas to the person sitting next to you? That is the thing you mentioned, active listening.
Yeah.
I think these two should be the key takeaways for the students who are watching it right now. And ma'am, while if we are talking about being corporate ready, there is a term that is usually thrown around, be corporate ready. So what is this being corporate ready, and how can students get around it? Can they be corporate ready whilst they are still being in the college, while they're still studying in colleges?
Okay.
What exactly is corporate ready?
Corporate ready is, are you ready for joining and like working with the real life? So yes, so the simple answer is start now. So at whatever
Okay.
point you are, whether you are a fresher or about to graduate, start now. So how you can start? So as I already highlighted, go for internships, one thing, then real
Yes,
life
ma'am.
exposure you want. So for that you need to attend the workshops, and you can also attend some conferences and all. It will help you network with people. And then how another ways you can do some courses, what the soft skills and technical skills are in market demand, and what is your area. Along
Okay.
with that, one more thing you can do is you can go for some certification courses. They will give you
Okay.
an enhanced and in-depth knowledge. So yes, corporates value, and many students do CFA levels in their
I
final
think in Delhi University also there is an Institute of Lifelong Learning.
lifelong learning. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and they provide such courses on soft skill. It's I think a 1 month course or a 2 month course, and that is a very good institute if someone wants to learn soft skills or the skills that you talked about that makes you corporate ready,
yeah.
I
So skills,
suppose.
yeah, you need to learn, and because by sitting you cannot get anything. You need to work
Yeah,
harder, and
keep
the
on working yourself because the corporate world is an ever-changing environment, and the one who is adaptable to in these situations will survive and have a long and very successful corporate career.
yeah, sure.
Yes. So, ma'am, you have navigated both. You have navigated in the corporate world as well as in the academic life. And as you know, each has its own pressures. As you mentioned that during Deloitte also you had to meet deadlines. There were certain months in which you had to meet deadlines. And then academia, you also have certain pressures. So how young professionals who are eager to enter the corporate world, they can stay motivated because motivation is the key here, especially if you are working in a cutthroat environment. And how can students stay motivated while being on the jobs or in high pressure corporate roles?
Okay. So basic mantra is celebrate the small successes. Don't wait.
Okay.
I want to become the manager, team leader, senior manager, and all. Just start
Okay.
celebrating the small successes, and
Yes, I
you will,
think that is also the key.
yeah. And so, if you have done something good, if you have something, travel like just for a 1 or 2 day trip, then I'm also a foodie, so you can treat yourself with some good food, and like even a small paper acceptance. If I say here, many of us,
Mhm.
so everything makes you happy, and don't be pressurized by this is so much strict deadline. So like if you will start celebrating the small successes, you will always be staying motivated. And always one thing, remember your purpose. Whenever you feel you are like missing out, think about what is your purpose, because purpose will keep you motivated. So for if you have thought that yes, I wanted to become a chartered accountant, I want to achieve this, stay motivated. How? So just remember your purpose and start celebrating small successes, because
Yes.
that's the key mantra. I believe what I believe and follow.
Oh, that's great, ma'am, because uh, as far as I know, you tend to celebrate small successes. You have been to so many countries. You have also presented so many reputed institutions. So I think young students can follow your advice.
Yeah.
And ma'am, if I want to bring you to something real, How do you personally manage this? It is also a new buzzword thrown around, work-life balance. So how do you personally manage this work-life balance, especially you being wearing so many hats from corporate world to currently in academia pursuing PhD?
Okay, so simple time blocking is required. You need to distribute your timings because you have a family also, you have friends also, and work also. Because if you will just keep on working and working, you will be lost somewhere. But I follow that yes, if some months are busy, then after that you need to take a break. And it's not
Okay.
just there is not any race going on that you need to keep on running. Always time blocking is simple thing, we all do it, but sometimes whatever some people say they keep on, for example they're studying the whole day. So it's up to you how you're managing the things. Like 2 hours I will be do the serious studies, what I have always followed. It's not I cannot do the same thing entirely, like studying or working. You need to have some proper breaks, you need to give time to your mental health also, because right now this has also become one of the issue people
Yes,
are
ma'am.
not able to tackle. They're doing so many bad steps they are taking, and that's listening that doesn't sound good. Like at such young ages, they're into so much pressure that they're not even to cope up, and they are seeing just studying NEET exam, they're not able to clear. They are doing the other step. The life is not just that exam. You need to give time to everything, and yes, time blocking I would say is required. And yes, you need to also. And traveling I like, so everyone has some thing that gives them happiness, so you need to identify that and just listening whatever activity.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. And before we wrap up, one last question I'd like to ask. What's the one piece of advice you like to leave with students who are still figuring out their path or feel overwhelmed by the today's competitive world? Because there also is a lot of confusion among students, and the main problem is they are not able to decide which corporate route they need to take.
Okay, so here one thing, first thing is invest in yourself, start investing in yourself, because you need to right now, like you are in before entering into corporate world, invest in yourself, develop skills and keep on learning. Then another advice would be don't rush. Just many students I have because I have been into contact with so many students for the past 4 years, and I have seen students rushing down like this thing I want, that thing also. Life is not like, I don't believe it's just a race and you keep on running. You need to be patient, and sometimes even if you are not able to identify what your ultimate goal is, you need to retrospect, you need to like work on things. And might be not for everyone they can get their passion or something in one go. So I will myself take my example, going to professional certification, doing trainings, and then corporate, and then to research in academia. The path was not that simple, and it is also not that simply I'm shifting. Like the society also questions why are you doing CS, why. It's my choice, I don't want to work. So like it's totally there. And even after research one can enter into corporate. So nothing is fixed here, and so you need to identify and identify more growth opportunities and keep on investing in yourself. That would be my final advice to everyone.
Oh, ma'am, one thing, so small question. One key thing you highlighted was the networking.
Yes.
Networking with professionals working in the corporate world. What tools are available which students can use to network with those professionals?
Okay, so if you are looking for a job, first of all, the LinkedIn, the best we can use for connecting
Okay,
people.
LinkedIn, yes.
Yeah. And when you enter into corporates, what can happen? Like, as for example, small team lunches here, you can start a conversation, any team activity. You also need to take the initiative. You will say how to speak, how to speak. If the anxiety wouldn't go, you cannot. So, most of the time, I have realized, like, whenever you try to, like, talk to people, and then that will help you later. Like, it will obviously, a networking keeps you growing, because just doing the work and just presenting, that will not lead to much bigger heights, because yeah, networking is one thing
Okay.
which I believe.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. I
Kumar,
think there was
Kumar, hold on for a second. It's
sure, sir.
18:55. 7
Sure, sir.
o'clock
Sure.
session will end.
Yes, yes.
And
I'm
I have a
wrapping up.
couple of questions for Priyanka.
Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
You don't mind, right?
No, sir. Not at all, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Priyanka, how long did you work with Deloitte?
Sir, around 1 year.
Around 1 year. Okay. So let's do a small role play.
Okay, sir.
You have to defend Deloitte, and I will share certain things which how these corporates, especially big fours,
Yeah,
it's
big.
one of the big four, right?
Yeah, it's one of the big
Yes,
four.
sir.
Are so atrocious that there cannot be a worse place than these places to work. So my first allegation is they exploit people. A college graduate who walks into a big four is awed by the environment. That jazzy office on MG Road or Cyber City, that coffee cafeteria, quality of people, gentry. But actually, what happens? Person slogs for 16 hours, 18 hours without overtime at client side. What do you have to say about that?
So, sir, that thing I also highlighted. When you enter the Deloitte, when I even entered, everything was very, very like 1 month just to the big places for dinners, lunch, and so much you feel like where you have come, what a place, and everything. But yes, the exploitative part, due to the busy season, we are not paid extra, and you need to work till 3 also. And it is very difficult for many, and that's why, so I believe Big Four's people come for the tag or the brand name, and they work for 1, 2, 3 years, and then it's the switch. What I have seen, the turnover rate here is very, very high. Like even after joining, many people keep on changing. So, yeah, but one thing that is, it's not just a negative. They also have the positive, like they provide you growth opportunities. They
No,
sponsor.
no, 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 no. Hold on. I know growth opportunities which they get, how you become a partner, etc., etc. It takes very long.
Yeah, it's
Now, second allegation, which is again a negative question.
okay.
They cheat clients. What they will do is they will highly overprice their work, which otherwise is not, let's say a work is worth 100 rupees or say 1,000 rupees. But if, hold on, listen to the whole question for us. But if the client goes to Deloitte for the same work, let's say external audit or maybe some CS case or maybe some forensics, etc., they will charge 10 times of that. But what they will actually do is they will put people like you on the forefront with a brief on what to do, and project manager will be sitting in the corporate and they will pay you peanuts and they will overcharge the client and you will never know what rate they're charging.
So,
And
yes.
the irony, Priyanka, is today, if a genuine company which is doing a company secretarial real work, which is an honest organization where people have been working for 10, 20 years, but its name is not so fancy, comes to DSPSR campus, a lot of students will walk away. But if Deloitte comes,
Yeah.
those smart recruiters, that
Yes, sir.
smell
You are right.
when they enter the office, and
Priyanka,
everybody
sir
will
is
be in
on to
big
you.
line for to join Deloitte. What are your thoughts about all this scenario which these big fours build around themselves?
Okay. So, sir, this is the honest thing that not just Deloitte, most of the multinational.
PwC also does that. KPMG also does that. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Ye-
yeah. So that we know, and so like they also need to pay for so many things and other expenses. They hire people and all. So I believe, and like it's not good, and most of the people they don't pay that much, and that's the point also. People are, that's why I'm telling that people don't stay for much longer time generally. Many few are able to survive such kind of an environment where exploitation is there. But the good point is they will provide you with a brand name that you can help you enter to more better opportunities in life. Like I cannot say 100% they're exploiting, because they're providing us with the practical experience, and the clients are also very top clients. Like I worked with BlackRock for quite a long time, so to some extent, yeah, they're exploiting, but still, what's in India is known for the cheap labor. What can I say? Everywhere there is exploitation. I feel that my honest opinion, and even I did CS. So in training, we have the option, or like if someone do CA, either you go for a big four or you go for a normal practicing. So I did my complete training from a practicing firm so that I can learn something. I was very much skeptical, like whether to join Big Four, because I have heard people don't know, just know the one profile. So like different viewpoints are there. But yeah, exploitation is there. That I
Okay.
would agree.
Third negative question. And you please let me know what you have to say about it.
Okay.
You pick up any big organization in India, any big, sizable organization. Let's say Mukesh Ambani's organization, Anil Ambani's organization, or people like me who have used Big Fours for forensics,
Okay.
especially on background checks, financial ones. They actually engage in those practices which can safely be called malpractices. For example, if I have to do forensic on a CEO whom I'm about to hire, they can get his bank statement out, which is a violation of law. But on the website, they will have big jargons around their values, ethics, blah blah blah. They will have rule book, diversity, phala timka. What do you have to say? Have you ever experienced any conflict there?
So honest, I haven't experienced that conflict because I haven't stayed for that long, although I haven't. But one thing, this thing, not just for Big Four, I would just say all of us go to chartered accountants for our return filing. So even I did CS. So at that, there is an oath ceremony that you will be working with ethics, integrity, and all these big terms that we are told, objectivity and all.
FCPA,
Sorry.
FCPA is a big thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone asks them if FCPA is big thing and Deloitte is one of the external auditors of Adani Group, how did Adani Group got caught in US?
Yeah. So that's because everyone is working just for money, I believe, and nobody is following the
That's
ethics.
the point.
And that's
That's
my
the point.
area is. So in my CS, I did project on a shell company. So we in our final. So yeah. So I realized there's so many shell companies suggested that nobody, and so ethics is one thing lagging behind, and because like I myself say, many CAs, most of the CAs I have seen, and
अब खुद देखिए ना, अनिल अंबानी की कंपनी ने 1,60,000 करोड़ का डेप्ट माफ करवाया, उसके सारे ऑडिटर हमेशा बिग फोर रहे हैं, वो कैसे माफ हुआ?
Yes, sir.
so सभी
आज की डेट
CAs.
में एक छोटी कंपनी होती है, अगर वो बिग फोर को हायर करती है प्राइवेट इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए, तो फटाफट उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट मिल जाता है 200 करोड़ का, 300 करोड़ का। कैसे मिल जाता है? आई कैन साइट मैनी एग्जांपल्स।
Yes, sir.
फ्लिपकार्ट के पीछे जो जिन ये बंसल्स निकाले गए हैं, पूरा रोल ही बिग फोर का था, पूरा रोल ही बिग फोर का था।
I think sir in today's time it's all about the brand कि आपके पास ब्रांड का थप्पा लग गया तो इस आगे क्लाइंट्स प्रोक्योरमेंट्स के लिए भी मतलब छोटी कंपनीज रहेंगी बैकड अप तो नहीं आते बड़े क्लाइंट्स अगर
देखिए,
बड़े।
इससे सोचने वाली बात है। इससे हम ऑनेस्ट बच्चे लेते हैं
यस सर।
यूनिवर्सिटी से, मिडिल क्लास का बच्चा, इंटेलिजेंट, तेज, दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स में एमकॉम या बीकॉम करना इज नॉट ए जोक।
यस
यू हैव
सर।
टू क्वालिफाई थ्रू ए प्रोसेस। वो बच्चा जब उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जाता है, कितने सपने लेके जाता है, लेकिन 20 साल के बाद अगर वो उसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में पार्टनर बनता है, क्या बन जाता है?
राइट सर।
Yes, sir.
इसीलिए सिंह साहब ने सोसाइटी का नाम रखा है सोसाइटी फॉर ह्यूमन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एंड रिसर्च। चलिए आगे चलिए, मेरा हो गया।
Okay.
थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you so much, sir.
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
मनस्वी, एंड थैंक यू सो मच प्रियंका।
Thank
It was a very enlightening session. मेरे को तो बहुत अच्छा लगा.
thank you
Thank you
so
so much, sir.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, आप लोग चलते रहिए. मैं तो आई एम जस्ट वन ऑफ द पार्टिसिपेंट्स.
Okay. If any students would like to ask any questions, they can. Okay. So, Priyanka, we were talking about networking. So, do you have any suggestion how people can use networking website like LinkedIn to enhance their networking? Just one last question.
yeah. So how they need to like identify which job profiles you're looking for. Then there's an
Mhm.
option open to work. You can just provide what kind of work activities you're looking. Then
Mhm.
LinkedIn will start providing with the jobs and all which are matching your preferences. Another way is you can contact some of your, for example, college alumni are there. If you found someone is working there, it's more easy way to connect. I have
Okay.
myself experienced it. And plus, if you want like in LinkedIn, we have many pages that provides you various opportunities. Like if you want to go abroad for research or something, like I have followed some, and they keep on posting. So one way is like, another way
Okay.
is like you take a premium membership and start connecting with people. And one thing is the alumni connection that you can go for, and you can also open for work and just post. And yeah, it sometimes,
Because in India, the LinkedIn is growing very rapidly.
yeah, very rapid. So
And
now,
but I
like,
think in today's time, the young generation is moving towards LinkedIn. They are also working on the professional profile.
yeah,
So the relevance of a professional profile is very important, and students can work on their LinkedIn profile if
yeah.
they want to seriously get into this networking.
And one thing I want to add, most of the companies, when you're filling form, they ask your LinkedIn profile. So now it's not just many of them ask his LinkedIn profile, and there they can get your whole
Okay.
sum. So
Yes.
yeah, you need to have it if you haven't till yet.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Priyanka Agarwal, for sharing your journey with such warmth, insight, and honesty, and your perspective, especially on the transition from being student to professional life and then into research, has truly added value for all of us. I once again extend my deepest thanks to Professor A.K. Singh, sir. I also thank the entire DSPSR team for making today's session possible. And to all the students, thank you for being an attentive audience.
Okay. And I would also like to thank everyone, and thank you, Manasvi, for your great support throughout the session. And thank you to all the entire DSPSR team and all the students who spent their precious time listening to me. It was and really an honor to be a part of it. Really, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And now I request Miss Ishita to please deliver vote of thanks.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
And so it's a great to see environment, students, and the present here too.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am,
Now,
now audible. Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, the journey from being a company secretary to a researcher is truly inspiring. As you rightly pointed out, such a transition is never easy, and your experience has given us a valuable perspective on how dedication, vision, and hard work exciting path in life. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing so many insightful factors for achieving success. Among them, you emphasize on active listening, adaptability, and curiosity. Truly stood out, a vital soft skill that is increasingly essential in today's fast-paced world. A warm thank you to Dr. Manasvi sir for so wonderfully moderating today's session. Sir, your calm and composed presence, along with your thoughtfully and well framed questions, truly brought depth and direction to the discussion. You ensure the session flow smoothly and remain engaging throughout. We are truly grateful for your valuable contribution in making this session insightful and enriching for all of us. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Last but certainly not the least, a heartfelt thank you to all the participants for joining. Your enthusiastic presence, curiosity, and active involvement are what truly make this session successful and meaningful. It is because of your continued support, participation, that we feel motivated to organize such insightful events again and again. Thank you so much once again for being a vital part of today's session. Thank you all. Now winding up the session.